It's Satoe here. I'm in Hong Kong now, so I like to talk about this topic today, how to receive spiritual message. Yeah, some people ask me, Satoe, do you think Reiki is helpful if you want to receive more good spiritual message? And then I want to say, yes, you can do that. I'm quite excited to talk about this topic today. First of all, do you believe energy or something invisible? Many people say no a long time before, especially if I practice Reiki. Some people quite skeptical as well. But this day, we have a lot of studies and a lot of different researches. Actually, quite more interesting thing is revealing right now. For example, talking about imagination. Yeah, I think you understand what's imagination. So, you think something in your mind, so this become your imagination. Do you think this imagination happen in a different dimension? Because, for example, I'm here, my body is in Hong Kong, so I'm technically in Hong Kong right now. But if I imagine something, for example, I imagine myself, I'm now in Tokyo, I'm in the house of Tokyo. Actually, I imagine I can be in there. Yeah, my imagination is very fast. Sometimes it's so fast than the light speed, right? So our human imagination is amazing. And a new study say that the human can think average 6,200 thoughts in a single day, which sounds amazing. And even people complain that "Well, I can't stop thinking, I cannot have a good sleep at night." So they're creating another problem right now, like we don't know how to stop our thinking. But this imagination, I think now we have too many informations and regarding this receiving spiritual messages. Maybe many people already received the message. Too many messages aren't you receiving? So how you can receive more the better spiritual message? So I want to tell you about this. Basically, I have two suggestions. The one suggestion is to develop your good intuition. Yeah, I believe that this intuition part and inspiration or imagination is something different, like something happen in different level of our body and mind. So if I say inspiration is something more working with our mind side, but if I say that intuition, it is more about our body side. Yeah, we can say intuition or instinct is something that you sense and then you feel like, oh, I have to do this, I have to do this. It's without your thinking, but it's come with your intuition. But you can develop your good intuition. So sometimes you already knew how to do that is a better way for you. It's like a sense. Yeah, you have this sense to try something. And I develop your good intuition. I believe that, for example, you can try meditations, you can try yoga practice, you try something good for your body and mind. So those practices are helping you developing your good intuition. But of course, I can include practicing Reiki is really helping develop your intuition. And then I think that the Reiki is much easier. For example, talking about meditation, I was also talking about meditation last time. Meditation, most of the time you have to get it by training. Reiki is really help you practice without any tough training. So most of the time you could feel really comfortable. So number one is develop your good intuition is something needed in order to receive spiritual messages. And number two, so this way you can do something for your brain waves. Yeah, have you heard of brain waves? So we have a lot of different type of brain waves. So sometimes it is alpha waves, sometimes theta waves, or sometimes it even say gamma waves. So you can also check in the internet. But it seems if you show your brain waves, alpha waves, means that you have very good, relaxed, and comfortable moment. Your brain wave shows alpha waves. Yeah, it's the best to have alpha waves and then you can really more sensitive and then you can really receive good messages into your mind. So yeah, these things is quite important so you can balance your brain waves. Yeah, For example, when you practice Reiki or you practice something else, you have very good sensation. You feel like very comfortable. So those things is also working with your brain waves right now. Something that I don't want you to do is to be too patient. Yeah, sometimes if you become too patient about something or you suppress too much, then your muscle become too tense and it's kind of a shrinking. Then that's also not good for your brain waves, and then it's not easy to receive a spiritual message as well. So I think you have to find more the time to relax your mind, and then especially regarding the patience, so you can reduce your patience time. But being a human, I think we need to be patient sometimes. You should find the time to relax your mind. Yeah. So how to develop your good intuition. So, sometimes we also talk about, modern people, maybe we have too many thinking going on. So I could sense that there's too much energy around the head. That's kind of a condition. So means that you got too much thinking. So you cannot stop thinking. That's kind of a sensation I can say. Yeah, we need to work on this balance. So one is like a thinking, but the other thing is like a intuition. So sometimes calm visual sensation. On the other hand, we also want to take something by with our logical thinking. So we have to work with these two together and then make it balance. I believe that this is quite important for humans. But sometimes because we have too many thinking going on, your sense is too little. So then you also losing the ability to how to receive a spiritual message. So, for example, talking about tasting the food. So last time I also posted on the Instagram. I actually, when you taste the food, for example, you have very good. If you eat a favorite food, so you say, "Wow, it's so good," and then you feel like slow motion. Sometimes commercial is so good, like they showing us like a slow motion eating that kind of a movement. If you sense like that, like you can imagine yourself, you eating with very slow motion, and then when you touch your tongue and they swallow, so all the thing is very giving you very good sensation. So this is what about tasting. But on the other hand, have you happened to this kind of a situation? For example, if you keep talking with your friend and then at the same time you are eating, when you finish the conversation, your food was already finished. So what happened to your tasting time? Actually, your tasting time was totally lost because we are too focused on thinking and speaking. We couldn't taste enough food. Yeah. So what I want to say about this tasting is quite important, especially practicing Reiki or practicing meditation. So do you have that kind of time in a day? Is also very helpful for if you want to receive a spiritual message. Yeah. Finally, I want to tell you the one thing, actually, if you got too many messages already, so you already practice something and then you become very sensitive right now. So if you were at that stage, I also want to tell you the another advice is that I have seen people, including my experience. So sometimes we become too sensitive and then you feel too scary about the things happen to you, right? So this is like a prediction. So because your sense is so sensitive, like animal, kind of a frightened, scary sensation makes you unable to do anything in a day. What can you do? I want to say you can use your logical thinking because as a human, we also want to do something with the logical thinking. I want you to think about like this way. So you can imagine the two of you. One is you if you follow the things which is comfortable and fun. And then if you try that, so how do you feel that after that? So you can imagine yourself in the future like this. I say yourself A. And on the other hand, you can also imagine yourself like a you B, example B. So this B person, like because you are too scared and then because you think that is right, the danger is approaching me. Of course, I have to be evacuated. then what's going to happen in the next in the future. So I really want you to imagine this A and B, the case A and B, and imagine that what's going to happen. But can you convince yourself? Do you really want to experience yourself in the situation A or the situation B? So I think we have to ask ourselves, which one do you feel more comfortable and more satisfying, or even feel more convinced? So this side, I think you have to work with your thinking. Yeah, because of too many messages coming to you, then these messages keep telling that maybe you're facing the danger. Maybe true, like animal sense, we can observe the animals. Animals are so sensitive, but actually they can sense many things than human. Yes, we can also like be the animals, but sometimes we also have this logical thinking. We can utilize the logical thinking. We can imagine the good for future. So this is my message for you today. If you want to receive spiritual message, yes, you can do something like to develop your good intuition and balance your brain waves. But in case you become too sensitive, like you have too many messages right now, like you have too many information in your mind, then you can also choose the one that you feel comfortable. So this is what I want to tell you today. I hope this message helps. Yeah, definitely you have a meaningful, interesting, and a wonderful life. So please choose your the choice. Yeah. Thanks for watching our video today. Did you like the story today? I hope this information helps. And do you want to practice Reiki breathing in a group practice? So it works quite amazing. So in case you never done a meditation or breathing practice, but if you are already a Reiki practitioner, welcome. Join our group Reiki practice online, and that's happening almost every week. So you can find in the link below in the description. So hope to see you there. Have a good day and see you next time.